Hi guys, so stoked to be here. This is the Wealthy as Fuck video bundle series that I'm putting together for you guys. I'm really excited to help you really shift your energy around money, shift your mindset around money, help you move into this new loving, receptive state with money. And that's kind of what we're talking about today. Today, in this video, we're going to be talking about receiving and why sometimes it's so hard to receive, and a few different blocks that come up for people around receiving money. So let's just imagine like a big fucking chunk of money. So let's just imagine like you're trying to call in $15,000 or something for the month, and you're like, oh my God, that's so much money. I don't know how it's gonna come. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all that money. and then like the more you question, the more you go, oh gosh, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna get this. The more you start to conspire like this negative energy around it, and the more you go, do I even need that? Am I like, how the fuck, like it's just like the more we like develop this negative energy around money, this negative energy that ends up blocking it anyways, and this negative energy that tells us ultimately that we're not worthy because of A, B, and C, things that happened to us in our past or choices that we made. A lot of times, I mean, this is how I used to feel. So I used to feel like I have so much debt, I can't handle a lot of money because I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, I have poor money management skills. Obviously, I have no clue what I'm doing with money, or relationships was a big one too. Before I met my husband, I mean, it's usually never, it's not always about money. Like in my case, I didn't feel worthy of receiving love because I felt in my life that there was so much shit that I had done and I wasn't deserving of it. And if people knew what I had really done, or what I had been through, or what I did to people, or what I experienced, or anything really, that they would also think that I wasn't deserving. Because in my childhood, I was often rewarded for good behavior, or told like, you so deserve that, you so deserve that. And so like in my mind, a lot of money was associated with a lot of fucking work, and a lot of fucking time away from your family, and a lot of sacrifice, and a lot of really endlessly, like endless days, and very exhausting hard work. Like sometimes physical labor, sometimes, sorry, these kids are crazy. Sometimes physical labor, sometimes just a lot of time away from your family. And you know, because of the house I was raised in and the environment I came from, there was a mindset that a lot of money equals a lot of hard work. And not, like, it didn't come easy, it was really hard. And so it's become really challenging for me to switch my mindset and move into this state of receiving, because I had to really connect to the fact that abundance was my birthright, and I get to have a lot of money because the work I do is so amazing and valuable, and that I am worthy as is. I don't have to do A, B, and C and then I'll be worthy. I'm worthy now, not when, right? Not when, not if, not, it's not like, basically the thing you have to understand is that the universe didn't create your existence to be a conditional existence. Meaning, you don't have to be a certain way to be worthy or deserving, or like anything like that. It's just, all of this stuff is your birthright, is what I'm getting at. My son's probably gonna knock on the door. Maybe not. Your wealth is more than just money. Your wealth is love, the relationships you have, your health, your abundance of time, your so many different things. It's all the things in your life that make you feel fucking rich, that are in addition to the money that you have, not just the money that you have, but in addition to the money that is in your bank account or whatever. All of those things that make you feel wealthy and abundant are yours because you deserve them, not because you did something to deserve them, but because you exist and your energy became a match for them at the time you received it. So the thing with shifting into a state of receiving is that we really have to match the energy of the thing that we want, the thing that we desire, and to know that we get to have it because we desire it, not for any other conditional reason at all. And when we can take certainty and confidence in that, and we can take a certain, when we can step into certainty and have confidence around that belief, we shift into this state of receiving, and we feel less guilty about manifesting. We just go, it's mine, and we add more certainty, we add more confidence, we add more divine right, more abundance, to more joy to the manifestation process, because we are more in alignment with the desire coming to us than we are with anything else. Here's the thing. Let me just pull up some of my notes. We are meant to allow this stuff. So what is, stepping into the state of receiving look like? It looks easy. It looks gracious. We feel happy. We feel joyful. We feel gratitude. We feel excitement. We feel thankful, so happy, so excited to pay it forward, so generous. We feel ourselves, because this is our natural essence. This is our natural state. This is our feminine essence, to be on the receiving end. When we tap into our feminine energy, we tap into the art of receiving, and it is so beautiful. It is magical to allow this pleasure, to allow this flow, to allow this energy to create more wealth for us on so many different levels all around you. And money cannot come to you if you feel guilty about receiving it. That is the end all be all. You feel bad about it, or if you feel like you're going to be judged for it, or if you feel like you don't deserve it, deep down at the end of the day, if these feelings are still rising when you receive money, you're blocking the natural flow of money to you. You are capping the potential of money coming to you when you associate receiving with a negative emotion. So the thing is that you have to remind yourself, okay, what's this weird fucking feeling coming up for me? What's this funky feeling? I don't quite know. I don't really know, but I feel it. So I'm just going to allow myself to feel it. I'm going to allow myself to go there. I'm going to try to identify the feeling. I'm going to try to understand what this is. Where does this fucking come from? Have I felt this before? When's the last time I felt this? Who's telling me that I can't have this and more? Who's saying that? What voice is that? And just like asking yourself all these questions, right? And then really doing the work to understand where it comes from. Do the healing work. Like, okay, so for me, I felt that my belief was that because I had such shitty relationships before, I obviously don't have good taste in men. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in relationships. So I don't deserve to have good, quality, conscious, loving, healthy relationships. And because there was one person in my life that I loved more than anything in the world, and I lied to him before he died, I deserve all of this awful shit that's happening to me. So because I made one mistake, I deserve a lifetime of pain. That was my belief. A lifetime of struggle in relationships, in anything that made me feel feminine. I felt like I was meant to struggle. So that meant expression. That meant loving romantic relationships. That meant like sexual experiences. That meant money, ultimately. And so I really struggled for a long time around this belief that I don't get to make a lot of money, because of this thing I'm meant to struggle, because of this experience I had and this stupid decision I made when I was 19, I have to struggle. And because I had that belief, my energy around it was calling in that to support it. And that's what happened. And now that I've shifted from a place of, I'm an amazing person, I may have made mistakes, but it's shaped me into who I am, and I can use those mistakes to help other people grow. And because I exist, I am deserving. Because I exist, I am worthy. Because I share my story in the most authentic way to me, I get to be paid for it. Because I shifted my beliefs, because I did all the work around like trying to understand the weird feelings that come up. Where do they come from? Where do they come from? And healing that, trying to love myself through that process, and then choosing to see something different. Because at the moment that my friend died at 19, and then after that it was really fucking hard. And at my lowest of lows, I got to a point where I truly felt like, why am I even fucking here? Like, you know what I mean? And why am I even here? What am I doing? What is this for? What is this for? I just felt like that. Like, what is this for? I'm just always struggling. I'm just always going through something. I'm just always in pain. I'm just always sad. And I just don't understand why everything's so hard for me. I hate my job. I hate everything. Why is this happening to me? Why? I don't understand. I feel like I've done so much good work in the world. Why don't I get to have good things happen? Sure enough, at that point, you know, I heard someone say today, like, and this is what reminded me is that of this situation. Well, one, like, everything in my life had just been very conditional until that point, and then it all made sense. Like, for me, why the lowest of low was like my breaking point, and why like the part where I had like really shitty thoughts was like the breaking point for me. Because when you hit that point, like, you're willing to look at things differently because it's just so bad, and you finally see that like shit's not working, right? And so for me, it was like, that's the moment I decided to get sober. That's the moment I decided to try a conscious relationship and like see where it goes, and not be this psychotic girl in a relationship, and not be so obsessed, and to really distance myself, and or go slow and ease my way into it. And I just decided to try things differently than I had been doing in the past. And since then, my life has progressively gotten better and better and better and better. And then last month happened, and I just stepped into this place of certainty around like, oh my gosh, the money is mine. It's totally fucking mine. I'm not available for this kind of person. I'm not available for that kind of person, but I'm totally available to believe that I'm worthy of 5-figure months, and that I'm 100% totally capable of that. And since I stepped into the certainty, what does it take to do that? I was able to really own the belief and really change my thoughts around it. And sure, I have peaks and valleys, and then in the valleys, they're not as like deep anymore, and I get out of them a lot faster, because I realize that the only way out is by going within to see the light, right? And that came up in a conversation with a client today, and it was beautiful, and we had so much fun just really doing the deep inner work and helping her understand where her peaks and valleys can, where she can take control, right? And so what happened for me was I totally took control of my energy last month. I took control of my beliefs. I took control of my time. I took control of my intentions. I took control of who I'm calling in, of who I'm releasing. And I stepped into this place of massive certainty, and it was easy. And I accepted payment with grace, and I was so thankful. And it was so fun. It was like, I expressed gratitude every single day. I was excited to show up. I felt joyful. I felt excited. I allowed it to be fun. I allowed me to flow. I allowed myself to be creative. I allowed this positive energy to create around me, and I chose when to participate in that, in energy that supported me. So if I saw someone who wasn't in energetic alignment with me, I chose to set an energetic boundary. Or if I saw something in my newsfeed that, or I didn't spend as much time in the newsfeed. I spent more time creating than I did consuming, and that felt a lot better to me too. But if I saw something on social media that didn't necessarily align with me, I went, wow, okay, is this how I want to feel when I'm working? Probably not. Do I feel this person's energetically aligned with me? No. Awesome. Unfriend, unmove from the newsfeed, whatever. Like, I supported my energetic boundaries because I stepped into this belief that my energy is calling in what I'm a match for. So if I'm constantly at this place where I'm high vibing, where I'm in belief around money, where I know it's there to support me, where I know I can also be okay without it, right? Because this is an unconditional relationship. I'm not going to say, like, when I get a fuck ton of money, all my problems will be solved. I'm going to say that I'm going to do my due diligence to heal myself, whether I have money or not. I'm not going to put the pressure on money to create my happiness. I'm going to take ownership of that energy myself. So that was a really big thing. And that was like, when I shifted into this state of I'm worthy, I shifted into this state of I get to have anything that I fucking want, because it's my divine right as a woman. It's my divine right as a human being with a heart that's beating, that wants to do good in this world. It's my divine right as a person who wants to do good in this world. And I think that, like, I've heard so many people say this, that, like, when good people have a lot of money, there's so much good shit that happens in the world, so we shouldn't feel bad about receiving money because our intentions are to do more good in the world. And everybody's fucking happy when, like, everybody's fucking benefits. They all benefit when we make money. I connect with my husband more. I'm more present with my son. I'm not stressed out about paying bills. I'm confident. I make better business decisions. I'm smarter. I can invest in my business. I can pay somebody instead of doing exchange for services. Like, I can contribute to someone else's family. It just feels so much better, right? Like, everybody really does benefit when you're making money. So why is it that we feel guilty around receiving it? Because we're placing a condition upon our worth, our condition upon our relationship with money. When we want an unconditional relationship, we have to actually do the work to see that we're creating that kind of energy. And so it really is all about what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and your worth, like your self-worth, and your what was it? I said this today. Like, your worth, your self-worth, and your net worth are two totally fucking different things. And so we have to understand that we don't get to tie them together because we have some weird core wound of unworthiness that we haven't healed. That's the thing, is that when we feel unworthy to receive something, we need to go, where is this coming from? And, like, did someone tell me I wasn't good enough? Did someone tell me I wasn't ever gonna, like, be smart enough to make something super creative, or that I just don't have what it takes? What is coming up? Why don't I feel like I'm good enough to receive $1,000? I remember the first time I made $1,350. I was like, it paid in full, and I was like, oh my god, this girl paid me in full. Like, fuck, holy shit, I can't believe that. My husband's like, that's not a lot of money. I'm like, that is a lot of money for me. Like, that is a lot of money, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I don't know if I'm worth that. But the thing is when you know your own value, you don't question whether or not you get to receive compensation for it. And so a really amazing, a really awesome mantra is, my work is totally badass, and I get to be paid a fuck ton of money for it. I love saying that. And that was the thing, was when last month, when I really stepped into my own value, and when I really stepped into this place of, holy shit, the work that I do is so unparalleled. Like, nobody can touch it. Like, the way that I do things is so special and so unique and so different. The space that I hold is so safe and so sacred that nobody can touch it, right? It's so special to me because nobody can do it like me. And when you own your uniqueness, you don't question your value. Then you stop feeling bad about receiving money, and there's no guilt around manifestation anymore, because you know, I get to receive this because my natural state and my feminine essence is to receive, is to be on the receiving end. And shifting into the state of receiving is something I just get to do because I'm a human being who holds value just as I am here right now. So I hope this was super helpful. I'm going to post, so this is going to be in Kajabi, and then you will see like some journaling prompts for you around this, and just go really deep. Like, where is this core wound of unworthiness coming from? And, you know, what would it feel like for you to receive all your desires? What would that feel like? And what feelings are coming up that tell you don't get to have it all? So anyways, this is my official permission slip for you, official verbal seal of approval that you are amazing, you are so worthy, your net worth and your self-worth, two totally different things. And just simply because you are a human on this planet who was born into existence, you are worthy to receive everything your little heart desires. That's why we have desires, because they're meant to happen for us. And what is for you cannot pass you. So I hope this video was super helpful for you. I can't wait to see you in video 3, and have a great night.